Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Frostpunk in our The Black Faith series. So we are slowly bringing hope back up. We have started to work our way down the faith tree, but things are getting more and more intense. Let's see what we've got here. All right, scouts have arrived at the frozen grove. Some trees in this grove bear deep cuts in the shape of a cross. We found some bones scattered around them. Poking around the trees marked with crosses, we found shallow graves under each of them. The dead bodies lack most of the bigger muscles, and some bones bear signs of a cutting tool. The corpses have been obviously stripped of edible parts. Now we know what kept the survivors by the freshwater springs from starving. We'll leave graves intact, but we can cut trees for wood. Take resources. So there's some additional wood as well. Looks like there's a snow cliff location. Why don't you go to the freshwater springs, then cut across to the snow cliff? The Londoners have gained more followers, but their tendency is quite low compared to what it was. Let's go ahead and do evening prayers, even though it's morning. That made hope rise a little bit. That's nice. All right, snow cliff, please. Now, our coal production is actually really nice at the moment, I have to say. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this good. Medical post upgrade researched. So with our coal production being this good, we can do a range upgrade. Or would it be time to go ahead and do the draft? Let's do drafting machines so we have access to the next tier of technologies. I feel like that's probably the best thing to do right now. Yeah, this sawmill isn't going to have much to do for much longer, so that's another thing we need to think about. Is building some wall drills, perhaps. Yeah, neither of the sawmills are going to have a lot more to do. We've got that wood coming back from the scouts, so I think that'll probably hold us over, but we're going to need to go for sawmills next. Or wall drills next. Scouts have reached the temporary settlement. The settlement seems to have been abandoned. It consists of several tidy wooden shacks that are now completely empty. An upright boulder stands at its center. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On its roughly planed face, someone chiseled the following: "May God forgive the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we can't. Exiles of Tesla City. We won't touch the monument, but we decide to dismantle the huts for wood." So, more wood here, and cores. So, tell you what, the walled colony could result in the death of this scouting team and the loss of those resources. So, I'm going to go to the fishing village first, and then go back to town before we go to the walled village. I think the walled village is that, or it might... actually, no. I think it's different. I might be wrong, but we're still going to go to the fishing village. "Sir, we're holding an evening prayer this afternoon. Plenty of people are here. They're praying, but also talking and laughing. I haven't seen anything this heartening in our city for a long time. It's really brought the community together. I'm glad to hear that. Things are going so well. It's almost like things are about to take a turn for the worse. It's almost like things can't stay this good. This level of happiness is unsustainable." Scouts have reached the snow cliff. The hole in the snow cliff leads to a small chamber. Someone lives here, but the lonely human figure we saw from afar has disappeared. It might be the sole survivor of Winterhome. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome after the starving city fell into chaos. Its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the orders rebelled against him. Take resources. So more wood, some food, and a steam core. It looks like we can keep going, and I'm definitely going to, because we're close to having fully explored this side of things. So we're going to go to the Shrouded Cave, and then head back to the city. Alright, we definitely have some food issues at the moment. Writing on the wall. "Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our future. This is troubling. People already fear we'll share Winterhome's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Send a cleric to reassure people." Oh, you know what I can do? Londoners gain more followers. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Scouts have reached the children's hideout. This cave is a hideout for some children who were evacuated from Winterhome. There are no adult supervisors here. we should talk to the kids, or survivors. We should talk to the kids and take them to our city. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them out from Winterhome on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they're going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems those kids were evacuated in time before things in their city got really ugly. Escort the children to the city. Send the children to the city. Okay, we'll escort them. We're going to bring them back ourselves. And we should very soon be done with these upgrades. We need food, though. We're not producing enough food at the moment. We do have some people that can work, so maybe one way to address this is doing an additional hunter's hut. Scouts have reached the fishing village. A hot spring keeps a tiny patch of sea from freezing here. The Americans used this opportunity to set up a fishing village. It's deserted now. This fishing village used to supply Tesla City with food. Searching it, we found a letter. Mike, don't return to the city. Tesla is a madman. He cast out all the amputees, all the sick. Jerry's parents and old Beth are among them. There will be blood, that's for sure, and soon. The village was left in order. We could send a team here to start fishing. So we can leave the village intact, or we can dismantle the huts for wood. I've already got plenty of wood coming in, so let's leave the village intact. And there's Tesla City. So I guess we'll go to the walled colony really quickly, and then head back to town. What are you bringing back? I know you're bringing back kids. You have some coal. We're going to need additional resource storage, I think. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get the last of the new houses built. Since we're that close. Alright, drafting machines researched. So we can make the generator more efficient. We can improve heaters. We can make scout sleds lighter, which I feel like that's probably what we need to do next. Either that or the outpost depot. But we don't have the steel to actually make the next technology choice yet. We do, however, need to go for the wall drill. So let's build up the 10 steel we need for that. We're about to hit our coal limit, though, so hang on. Very first thing I need to do, before any of that, I need 20 steel for a resource depot. Okay. Dang it, I don't want to let time pass. Let's do lighter scout sleds, then. So they can work on something. And then, purpose-wise, we can go ahead and build the temple. We will build a magnificent testament to the devotion of our people. It will kindle hope. I'm about to say swindle. It will kindle hope in the hearts of the faithful and sway the doubtful. After introducing this law, another one can be passed. Comforts the discontented and raises hope. You'll have to build the temple. That's doable.
Hear me. New law
Ah, of course it requires steel. Of course it does. Alright, well, before we build that, I have to do this because I don't want to waste this coal. I did select the right one, right? Yeah, I did. There we go. Resource depot back here. Come on, guys. Let's get that built. Don't make me wait.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Coal. Alright. Should be good now. But I do need to build the temple, and I don't have quite enough steel just yet. But I can fix that by having the automaton send children to work that. We'll have the automaton collect some steel. Alright, go to the walled colony, please. And then once we're at 30 steel, we will be able... Why is that not... Oh, it's refueling. There we go. Once we're at 30, we can build the temple. Okay. Oh, wait, just kidding. There we go. There can only be one temple in the entire freaking city. So... seems to have two different possible appearances. Where should it go? I guess I'll put it here. And just do a street like so. What do we have here? Another act of vandalism. The Londoners have defaced more walls, urging everybody to join them and abandon the city. Some graffiti even mocks your leadership, branding you an unfit leader, incapable of doing what it takes to save our people. Send a cleric to reassure people. Alright, speaking of reassuring people, let's do a sermon as well. Raise hope. Offset that problem a little bit. Oh, wait, we had another problem. Cleric beaten. Captain, a priest was assaulted whilst trying to reassure people disturbed by the Londoners' slogans. We should do something to protect our people. We need the Faith Keepers to secure the streets. We need the Faith Keepers to strike back. We'll have 3 days to establish the Faith Keepers. Discontent will fall slightly. Yeah, we can go for the Faith Keepers next. We'll have time. We have less than a day until we can declare a new law. There is a strong tendency towards the Londoners right now, though. 2 echelons, if you want to count it that way. 46 Londoners now, which means we lose 46 people if the Londoners end up leaving. Temple built. Hope rises. Good. One thing we can also do is a steam hub for the temple. But for now, it actually seems like it's plenty warm for the time being. Alright, so this scout is about to arrive back. These guys are still 15 hours away. They were a long way away. Alright, lighter scout sleds. Alright, that means they are, yeah, now only 10 hours away. Nice and fast. Okay, so now that we've got that researched, what were we looking at before? There were some obvious choices. Yeah, a lot of these actually are obvious choices. We can do flying hunters. This is probably the next one I need to go for. And I just remembered I haven't put any workers in this thing yet. Dang it. My bad. There we go. At least we have plenty of rations at the moment. Scouts have reached the exile colony. Numerous snow shelters expertly built from blocks of hard-packed snow huddle around cold, burned-out campfires. A deathly silence hangs over the colony. Some of the exiles are still here, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they might die on the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. We read the last entry. Exiled from Tesla City. With food and fuel running out, we sent the strongest among us to search for help. They're our last hope. We're afraid this refers to those poor Yankees we buried. So 35 workers, 18 engineers, and 7 children. Escort the exiles to the city. Absolutely. Without question, we need that. We will need to build them homes, though. Let's not forget. Plea of the Faithful. Sir, a priest is here with a group of followers. They're asking you to cut the public house opening hours. They contend that the pleasures it offers poison the minds and souls of the people. That seems reasonable. Its effect will fall by 20%. Hope will rise. Discontent will rise slightly. Hope will fall slightly. Yeah. That seems reasonable. What could possibly go wrong? Let's do evening prayers for hope. And I can mend the ways of the Londoners. And, oh, look, it actually took away their tendency a little bit by running the ceremonial service. I like that. That worked well. Alright, so this sawmill no longer has anything to do. We're going to go ahead and say no workers needed here. We're going to dismantle it. And this sawmill will soon follow suit. Have I researched the wall drill yet? I think I have. Didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so we're bringing wood back, but we're going to need the wall drill next. That's what I was going to research next. I completely forgot.
Time to rest, folks.
It's interesting how you can hear the bells as opposed to the sound you hear from order, which is more of that just strong horn. All right, so we have lots of wood, lots of coal. Didn't hit our cap, thank God, and some food rations as well. 34 kids. Let me stop for a moment, because these kids that have arrived can take the place of some of our various gatherers. So that's set up. We have some additional workers now, but we do need to give people some places to live. So, thankfully we have the steel for it. I was a little worried about that. Do the temples provide... No. Okay, for a second I was like, it looks like it seemed as though the temple was providing warmth just because of that little indicator there, but that's just showing the area of effect of the it's not even a temple, that's a house of prayer. Okay. Well, I mean, I will need to build more out this direction, so I think it makes sense. I'm going to have to build another steam hub, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and build 3 new homes, because that's what's needed. And then the new steam hub will be in a symmetrical position to where this one is. So this one was about halfway down this street. So we'll have this one in a similar spot. And that one will actually be heating this house of prayer, which is good for people using it. Now, I think... Alright, one of the steelworks is being worked by an automaton. That's fine. What are you doing? You're in our city. Why don't you go back to the fishing village? Alright, we can pass a law. We need to do the Faith Keepers. The Faith Keepers, our most devoted believers, will ensure that the righteous are able to work and pray in peace and security. These guys don't look menacing at all. So we can build the Faith Keepers. You can ask Faith Keepers to break up protests. And this creates the nighttime procession, reduces discontent. You'll have to build the seat of the Faith Keepers and discontent will rise. Sign. Actually, hope will rise because we've made a promise.
A new law has passed.
Alright, so we need 50 steel. 50. 50. 50. Candles for the wicked. Sir, people are no longer troubled by the Londoners' slogans. Group prayers have strengthened our community. Small candles keep appearing under the slogans. People leave them when they pray for the souls of the Londoners. I'm glad to hear that. We still need to take away the 40 Londoners that we currently have in our city, though. So... yeah. People regain hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterhome and starting to hope for the future. I'm glad to hear that. We're still going to have to use some interesting means to get rid of the rest of the Londoners. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out into Frostland. So we did hit our wood cap that time. I forgot both scouts were bringing wood, so that's annoying. But, right, now we have more people to house. But I need to build... How long do I have to build the Faith Keepers? 2 days? I would rather make sure people have homes first. Seems to me to be the most important thing. All right, right now that home wouldn't be heated. So I'm going to leave that off, but okay, can only do those 2 for now. So be it. Any other prayer-related options? No, not quite. All right, these guys are back. Flying Hunters are researched. Good. Let's send you to the fishing village as well. Now, with Flying Hunters being researched, the very next thing I need to look at is the wall drill, period. And I need steel for it. Of course I need steel for it. I need steel for everything. All right, go for the wall drill because we need the wood. We have plenty of wood at the moment, thank God. We would have had more, if not for my forgetting that both scouts were bringing those, but... Alright, I need 40 steel to upgrade the Hunter's hangar. Hunter's huts to Hunter's hangars. And we're going to need to do that soon, because right now we're going to start running out of food for people. What have we here? Change of heart. Sir, a man was found crying silently in the temple. We approached him to ask if he needed help. He told us he wanted to see you. I thought my faith died long ago, sir, with my wife and daughters in London. I couldn't see any purpose in our new life in the fight for survival, but today when I entered the temple I saw a future in us. Now I'm ready to face it. I'm glad to hear that. So one Londoner has just left that group. Okay, I do, like, more than anything else, I need to make sure people have places to live. So let's continue to focus on that. Can't have cold people. Alright, so one more, and I'll be good. Actually, no, that... I was wrong. I don't know how I didn't see that, but this house will be heated, so I'll just have that house built there and we'll be good. Magic. The wall drill has been researched. Let's pause for a moment. And where is the best spot? Ugh, don't really have a good spot in either case. I'm going to go ahead and build one here. And I'm going to go all out on these roads. I need people to be able to reach this building easily. Just laying a little bit of basic infrastructure. And let's see now that we've got that set up, the Steam resource collection buildings are definitely good, but I think one of the next options I need to pursue are the food, health, and shelter options. Either that or a heating option. Let's see, do I have one that doesn't require steel? Nope. Can I go ahead and do... Well, screw it. Let's do the Steam Steelworks. I mean, steel seems to be a resource that I need tons of fairly frequently.
Workday ends. It's off time.
We're about to hit our cap for coal production. And am I still don't have homes for everyone. Really? Okay. Well, in that case, we need... Let's see. I'm going to make sure this road is maintained as a thoroughfare, but we're not going to be able to put a house right up against the edge of it. There we go. Alright, then we'll be good. But beyond that, 21% of the way to Steam Steelworks. So noted. Alright, you go to Tesla City, and best of luck to you. The temple has influenced some people to change their ways. Good. I can probably go ahead and use... Oh, no, not quite yet. Alright, so for the wall drill, I have lots of workers available now. Let's go ahead and turn the heater on and let 10 people work that thing. It would be to my advantage to build a shrine for them. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is actually the fishing village. Why don't you guys hang out until the other scouts arrive? Just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Scouts have reached Tesla City. Here we go. Able minds and bodies will prevail over the cold, reads the slogan over the entrance to Tesla City. A central tall tower shines with the blue glow of electric discharges which form a protective dome over the town. But something went wrong here. There are charred bodies lying in the streets and the stench of burned flesh taints the air. We saw a lightning streak from the tower hitting a building and leaving a gash in its roof. So we can risk entering the city or we can stay away from the city. Let's risk it. Hey! We've seen a thing or two in our lives, but nothing has ever frightened us as much as this blasted lightning. Until we figured out how to switch it off, that is. Now we'll be able to establish an outpost here. Close. Alright, so with that done, that's huge. So we're going to go ahead and go to Dreadnought Landing with both scout teams. Because there will be more to explore in that direction momentarily. And neither of them are carrying anything with them. Let's do a sermon. Raise hope a little bit. We do have to get the Faith Keepers established next. And we'll do that before we end the episode, I think.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Alright, so it just got a lot colder.
Time to earn your bread.
We need 50 steel for the Faith Keepers. Wow. Okay, so I definitely need to turn on overdrive starting now. It just got really cold really fast. Scouts have reached the Dreadnought landing. That was unexpectedly cold. Explorer. We found a piece of hull plate bolted to a boulder. It's engraved with the following inscription. In the year 1886, the American expedition aboard Hephaestus landed here in search of a haven from the global glaciation. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on the way aboard our sister ship Prometheus. Okay, so this will give us steel, thank God, a steam core, and some wood. Let's take the resources, and you know what? You head straight back. And then you are still traveling for 19 more minutes. Alright, severe frostbites. One of our people has had to undergo an amputation. Working in the freezing cold left him with such severe frostbite that there was no other choice. Consider signing the care house or prosthetics law. We must do something. Alright. Alright, so we can sign a new law very shortly. But we first need to build the Faith Keepers right now. So this will be interesting. We can put it right there, and we have this little religious complex of buildings set up here. We're 85% of the way to Steam Steelworks, and then we can research a heating upgrade, which we badly need. Alright, now you go to the research station, please. Alright, so let's get those built. Alright, Steam Steelworks researched. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we need 15 steel in order to build them. Big surprise. Alright, Book of Laws. Adaptation. Let's go ahead and say... We do want prosthetics, but do we want... We don't have that many amputees yet. I think I'd rather go for purpose and look into some other laws here. We could do field kitchens to raise the temperature of nearby workplaces by 1 level. Seems like it's kind of important at the moment. Righteous denunciation. It is the duty of the faithful to denounce wickedness. It is a sign of true compassion to bring the wicked to light. We'll follow that road soon enough, but for now, let's just do field kitchens to raise the temperature of nearby workplaces.
Hear me, hear me.
Alright, so we have to build 2 field kitchens. They only require 10 steel. That's good. We're going to put one right here. Actually, no, we're not. I didn't mean to rotate the camera just now. And I'm not quite sure how to bring it back around other than just to do this. I really didn't mean to do this. Okay, that's good enough. Close enough. Not quite, but close enough. So, I don't want that there. Let's go ahead and cancel it. I'm going to put a little farther back, because I'm going to eventually have some more resource production here. Alright, field kitchen there, and one more field kitchen once I have the... Yeah, we're going to need to do one over here. We also just need probably some more steam hubs, now that we have so much coal production going. Research-wise, what can I do? Oh, nothing really, because I don't have the steam production. Or the steel production. Right, Faith Keepers need workers. Faith Keepers established. Hope rises. Let's go ahead and do a nighttime procession. Yeah, we definitely need that. Those who seek hope, raise your eyes to the heavens. Faith is our only hope in this frozen hellhole. Let us pray. Where are the wooden planks to slam against your foreheads, guys? You're missing some stuff. How great would it be if there was an Easter egg in the game where, as they were marching, instead of what you just heard in the mumbling, you heard this quiet, or maybe in addition to hearing it, in the very background you hear, Ie Jesu Domine. Whack! Dona eis requiem. Whack! If you have never watched Monty Python, number 1, I'm sorry. Number 2, I'm sorry. But anyway, let's go ahead and we've got to wrap this episode. But we've just built the Faith Keepers. We have the workshop with the choice that we can make now that we actually have extra steel. We can do the resource depot upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that, because we are starting to run close to our caps and I don't necessarily want to build more of them just yet. But in the next one, we're going to work on, well, you know what? Just kidding. What we should do even beyond that... Oh yeah, we don't have the steel for this though, that's the thing. Yeah, let's wait for the steel for that. We just need 10 more, and then we'll start researching better heat. And then we'll work on upgrading the resource storage capacity, because researching better heat will increase our coal consumption anyway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.